I met him on a quiet street, his footsteps even, his voice discreet. He smiled like a man, spoke like one too, yet something inside me whispered, untrue. His handshake was firm, his gaze sharp and clear, but his eyes, oh, his eyes sparked a strange kind of fear. They were too still, too deep, like a bottomless well. And behind them, I swear, there were stories of hell. His skin seemed loose, like a suit too big. It sagged at the elbows, it bunched at the ribs. At the curve of his neck, where flesh should meet bone, the folds shifted softly, as if not his own. His laugh was too even, his smile too wide, a little too practiced to truly reside. I watched as his hands moved, stiff at the wrist, each gesture rehearsed from some unnatural list. I shivered to think how he learned this facade, how he slipped into skin, into something so flawed. Did he steal it from someone? Did he sew it with care? Did it come from a man who now isn't there? "You're quiet," he said. "Is something the matter?" And his words, though calm, seemed to splinter and shatter. I nodded, too quickly, and stammered, "It's fine." But the bile in my throat was a sour, sharp sign. Then his grin faltered, just briefly, then grew, as if he had noticed what I already knew. His voice dropped lower, his gaze turned cold, and his presence felt heavy, ancient, and old. "Are you sure?" he asked, his tone now thin, like a thread unraveling from the man within. He leaned just closer, his smile too sly, and I swore something shifted behind his eye. I stumbled back, walked away from him fast, but I felt his gaze, sharp, heavy, and vast. I don't know what he is, where his manhood began, but I know one thing: he isn't a man.